I answered and I was like, oh, hi Miyazaki. Miyazaki's here, everyone. And then I looked at him for a long, uncomfortable time and shut the door in his face. No Ghiblis. I mean, let's be real here. It's no fun when your top 20 list is 19 Ghibli films. I mean, I love Miyazaki, he's fine, but he's gonna get his own list eventually. Are you ready to get this anime party started? Because holy crap, this video is gonna be long. We should get it moving. And by the way, if you'd rather read a post like a nerd, you can go over to tofugu.com, link is in the description. This is the top 20 anime films not made by Studio Ghibli. Coming in at number 20, the worst of the best, Perfect Blue. Ah, Perfect Blue, the mind-bending psychological thriller with a thing or two to say about Japanese society. It focuses on pop idol Mima Kirigoe, who retires from the music biz to pursue an acting career. Some fans don't take this news well, like at all. Oh, and then people around Mima start dying. So there's that too. Sorry, Mima, your life is bad. Satoshi Kon, who had a handful of other films on our top 20 list, gave the world a taste of his eclectic style that would cement him as one of the great anime directors. In Perfect Blue, you don't know what's real and what's not, so you kinda get a sense that Mima's paranoia is your own paranoia. The latter half of this film is pretty disturbing, so I wouldn't recommend watching this with your oba-chan. But if you're in the mood for a mystery thriller, look no further. By the end of the film, we were pinching ourselves just to make sure we were actually real. Coming in at number 19 on our list is Redline. A lot of times anime is defined by its lack of motion, but Redline takes those assumptions and throws them straight out the window. This is a fast-paced, colorful, ADHD battle racing extravaganza. That's how you drive, right? With levers? I've never driven before. This movie takes place in space, where a high-stakes weaponized race called the Red Line is all the rage. Our hero, JP, enters the race, but he's not quite in top form. During his training, he meets Cherry Boy Hunter, a mysterious woman who brings back old memories. Can JP get back in shape for the big race? Yeah, the script is kind of cookie cutter, but Redline delivers on creativity, visuals, and visuals. This movie took 7 years and 100,000 hand-drawn images to create, so you know it's worth your eyeball energy. We recommend having some hot tea on hand to calm down after this adrenaline-fueled circus of speed and action. Number 18, Summer Wars. It's kids versus AI, battling in a digital world for the fate of humanity. No, it's not Digimon, and it's not Matrix Babies. It's Summer Wars. Young Kenji's relaxing summer vacay becomes so not relaxing when a rogue AI called Love Machine takes over the world's infrastructure and starts wreaking havoc. It's up to Kenji to confront Love Machine and stop its reign of terror. Director Mamoru Hosoda blends his hyper-realistic style with an artificial internet aesthetic for a visually versatile movie. The result is an exciting story that proves that youth obsession with the internet is the only thing standing between us and total destruction. So keep Snapchatting, kids. It keeps Love Machine from killing us from our brains. Next is number 17, The Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya. Think of your favorite show. You know the characters and the stories by heart. Now, let's say that show became a movie in which the main character spontaneously disappeared and only one character remembers them existing. It's pretty crazy, right? Well, that's the exact plot of this movie. The Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya took the world of the popular anime TV series and just straight up removed the main character. The rest of the film is just the character Kyon trying to figure out what the hell happened and why. This movie's endearing and heartfelt plot is surprising. It dumps the TV series' shallow stories and swims around in the drama of the characters. Even if you're not a fan of the TV series like some unnamed Tofugu staff, there's a lot to love in this movie. Next is number 16, Evangelion 2.22, You Cannot Advance. Whether you are a fan of the groundbreaking Evangelion TV series or a newcomer, you can enjoy the Evangelion films, which retell the original story and change it completely. Though all three movies are great, the second entry, Evangelion 2.22 You Cannot Advance, is the absolute best. Yes, so good. Mwah, mwah. I buy it again. Spicy.
Spicy.
2.22 embraces a lot of the original canon while offering new and interesting changes. The story reaches a satisfying crescendo in a final battle that can easily be watched over and over again. Feature-length remakes of anime series often stick too close to the original material or venture too far from it. But Neon Genesis Evangelion 2.22 offers a mix of old and new that should satisfy any fan of great animation. Next up, number 15, The Boy and the Beast. It's hard to be an orphan, especially when you're magically whisked away to a world of monsters and caught in a feud between the two strongest guys there. That's exactly what happens to Ren when he meets Kumatetsu, a bear-like monster man who begrudgingly takes him in as his disciple. But just maybe, Kumatetsu has just as much to learn from Ren as Ren does from him. The Boy and the Beast is a heartwarming quest for identity. The duo must overcome their pride, discover themselves, and adapt to society. The Japanese spirit world provides a perfect backdrop for this quest featuring yokai, epic quests, and a battle tournament. From the flashy fights to the relatable themes, we had a lot to love about this one. Next is Number 14, 5 centimeters per second. This movie's visual nuance reveals the extreme beauty in the mundane. It will make you nostalgic for everyday items like notebooks, washing machine controls, and rundown train stations. Every color and texture is beautifully crafted. 5 centimeters per second is a simple story of lost love between two elementary school sweethearts. Despite its short runtime, you actually get sucked into this one faster than you might with a lot of 26-episode anime series. That's pretty impressive. Even with Shinkai's recent successes, 5 centimeters per second still stands as the most skillfully crafted film in his library. Number 13, Barefoot Gen. Based in the city of Hiroshima in 1945, Gen is a schoolboy forced to help his family scrape by. He and his brother lie, cheat, and steal to provide food for their pregnant mother. As bad as their situation is, we know from history that it only gets worse. And Barefoot Gen doesn't pull any punches, showing the agonizing and graphic atomic bombing of the Japanese people in World War II. A Japanese film on this subject could easily gloss over Japan's side of the war, but Barefoot Gen is brutal and honest, depicting the harrowing conditions citizens dealt with in the face of an obsessed war machine. Ghibli's Grave of the Fireflies is your heartwarming and heartbreaking World War II movie. Barefoot Gen is the brutal and shocking account of history that must not be forgotten. Next up, number 12, Macross. Do you remember love? As I'm sure you know, humanity is in a life and death struggle with the Zentradi, an alien race bent on killing all humans. As the hulking space fortress Macross fends off swarming alien hordes, pilot Hikaru Ichijo gets stranded with pop star Lin Min-mei. Just as sparks begin to fly, they are rescued and their relationship starts complicating the life of everyone around them. Do You Remember Love is a revolutionary cross-media otaku-centric mix of space, robots, and pop music. The battles were the first to feature dynamically animated spaceflight with gazillions of tiny missiles flying everywhere. It was pretty cool. Not to mention, it had the first 2D idol for otaku to obsess over. We should all thank this film for setting the stage for the quality anime movies we have today. Number 11, Ninja Scroll. Set in ancient Japan, Ninja Scroll follows Jubei, a lone ninja with a horrible past. This story's got everything: a resurrected rival, a plot to overthrow the shogun, and secret gold. Oh yeah, and lots and lots of violence. Ninja Scroll takes the best from Japanese exploitation films and cranks them up. Its old school Japanimation style also sets it apart from modern animated films, making it beyond classic, a vintage action anime that gets better with age. This is by far the most violent film on the list, and there's probably many things in it that you wouldn't want your grandmother, or children, or friends, or relatives, to watch. Number 10, Millennium Actress. Millennium Actress is a story about three things: lost love, movies, and the art of the chase. The story follows Chiyoko Fujiwara, an aging actress retelling her life story to a pair of documentarians. As she speaks, the three are drawn into her memories. This includes the various film projects she worked on in order to chase after the man she was seeking. It's a fascinating premise with visuals to match. Satoshi Kon's trademark phantasmagoria is downplayed but still present. Chiyoko's life lessons add valuable substance to this visual work of art, and to make Millennium Actress another masterpiece by a celebrated anime director. Number 9, A Letter to Momo. After her father passes away, Momo moves to a remote Japanese island. Unfortunately, she accidentally releases 3 yokai as soon as she arrives, and her new life goes bananas. Instead of settling in, or more importantly, coming to grips with her father's death, Momo is forced to play mother to the mythical troublemakers. From its natural scenery to its old weathered buildings, the film resonates with the modern spiritual side of Japan, balancing the natural and man-made. These factors alone make A Letter to Momo a great movie, but its themes of regret and innocence lost make it truly special. We feel it's a great movie for the entire family to sit down and enjoy. Number 8, Tekken Concrete. Best way to describe this movie is Batman meets Oliver Twist. Please, sir, can I have some justice? The story follows orphaned brothers named Black and White who protect the streets of their beloved treasure town. The elder, Black, is wise and stoic. He feels responsible for both the city and his younger, empty-headed brother. Tekken Concrete is based on a fairly dark manga, and it represents that darkness really well. Contrasting the dark story is the vibrant, colorful visuals. Studio 4C gives Treasure Town such personality that it becomes the third protagonist. As a result, this movie achieves a rare level of personal investment and suspense. The unique source material, themes, and visuals combine to make Tekken Concrete a very different kind of anime. Number 7, The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. In 1967, a novel came out called The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. Since then, it's been adapted into a TV series, a film, a short story, a TV drama, another TV drama, another film, a made-for-TV film, and finally an anime film in 2006. That's the one we're gonna talk about. As the title suggests, the main character Makoto gains the ability to travel back in time. At first she has fun with it, singing extra karaoke, studying longer, and correcting mistakes. But of course, things take a turn for the worse. Bra bra bra. No other movie on this list better represents the Japanese concept of seishun, which means springtime of life. Director Mamoru Hosoda gives us a touching film brimming with youthful energy, positivity, and possibility. The Girl Who Leapt Through Time will remind you of your younger years and make you wish you could leap back to them just for a moment. Number 6. Oh hell yes, it's Akira. Oh man, do I love this movie! Vast environments, hip subculture fashions, shocking violence, awesome soundtrack, the deep thematic elements, and most importantly, cool motorcycles. In the far-off year of 2019, a biker gang accidentally learns the government's darkest secret, a human experiment called Akira. Kaneda, the film's iconic hero, finds himself up against the military, his former friend, and a calamity threatening to engulf the entire city. Literally. The author of the manga, Katsuhiro Otomo, also directed this film. Akira showed a generation of Western anime noobs that cartoons don't have to be for kids. Heck, anime might not have risen to its current popularity without it. Just saying. Despite its age, Akira is still one of the best-looking, best-sounding, most provocative and iconic anime films ever made. If you haven't seen it yet, do yourself a favor and see it. Cool motorcycles. Number 5, Your Name. In 2016, Your Name took the anime world by storm, breaking box office records left and right. So what made this movie so popular? Director Makoto Shinkai's careful story development and attention to detail are important ingredients. The clever plot sets the protagonists impossibly far apart, yet intimately close. Few teen romances are so endearing or suspenseful. The stakes are set high, so you get a gut-wrenching, edge-of-your-seat feeling that few other films can offer. Even though Your Name is still new as of this recording, we're pretty confident in placing it so high up on this list. If you don't believe us, go see it for yourself, and then let us know that we're right. Number 4. Paprika. As Satoshi Kon's final film before his unfortunate death, Paprika puts the director's visionary genius on full display, with mesmerizing editing, shocking visuals, and beautiful human characters. This movie is kind of like Inception, but instead of dark, gray, bleak cityscapes, you get bright, beautiful parades and frogs and rivers of weird stuff. It's really cool. The story follows a team of doctors, a policeman, and a dream detective as they explore the possibilities and dangers of the newly invented DC Mini, a device that allows users to enter other people's dreams. Paprika's journey is a spectacular, daring trip through the human mind and imagination. The stunning visuals and kinetic soundtrack keep pace with the film's plot. It's a unique, trippy experience layered with social commentary. It's really unfortunate that this was Satoshi Kon's last film. He was just starting to show us what he could do. Number 3. Wolf Children. Raising kids is difficult enough, but what if your kids are part wolf? Wow, so crazy! Also, your husband is dead. As one of our more muted and serious picks, Wolf Children is the story of Hana, a single mother forced to raise her half-wolf kids alone. Rather than reveal her children's secret to the world, she flees to the countryside, hoping to escape suspicion and bring her half-wild children closer to nature. Wolf Children is a modern fable about expectations and self-exploration. It offers valuable lessons in an age where we're often faced with questions of self-identity. All this combines with warm, organic colors and soulful hand-drawn animation, making it a standout animated film, Japanese or otherwise. Number 2, Ghost in the Shell. Of course this made the list, and of course it's this high up. This film presents a world where almost everyone has upgraded themselves with cybernetic parts. Our hero, Major Kusanagi, is 100% cybernetic. She and her law enforcement team have been tasked with apprehending the Puppet Master, a being who is hacking human consciousness. As the film progresses, we're presented with questions of sentience, mortality, and what it really means to be human. Ghost in the Shell is a masterpiece, not just because of its painstakingly detailed animation, but also because of its fantastic storytelling, rich soundtrack, and deeply philosophical themes. If you're ready for a sci-fi film that will make you question your existence, like we did, make sure you watch this one. And the number 1 non-Ghibli anime movie of all time is Tokyo Godfathers. It is, it's the best one. It really is the best. It's the best, it is. If you didn't see this coming, you haven't seen this film. People who have discovered this hidden gem will know why we made it number 1. Tokyo Godfathers is about 3 homeless people who find a baby in the trash. With a train station locker key as their only clue, they decide to search for the baby's mother. Despite the straightforward plot, the character's journey is so compelling and so complex that it feels fresh even after repeat viewings. The writing displays expert balance and gives enough time to each main character, subplot, and event. You never walk away unsatisfied. Unlike other anime movies that exploit cool Japan tropes, Tokyo Godfathers gets into elements that Japanese society likes to cover up. From the homeless to immigrants, this film humanizes the dehumanized, creating great empathy for the ignored and abandoned. Tokyo Godfathers is the full package. A beautifully animated, carefully paced film with gorgeous art and genius directing. There's so much to love in the characters, setting, and story, but most importantly, it chooses difficult subject matter over the cool and flashy, helping us relate to the forgotten and reminding us of our own human condition. And that's our list. And because it's definitive, I know that all of you agree with it 100%. None of you are gonna post in the comments about how we missed your favorite anime movie, or how we were wrong about our choices, or how we're big piles of garbage, or anything like that. So don't even bother commenting, really, you know. Anyway, I look forward to reading your comments. While you're at it, commenting, why don't you tell us what your favorite anime films are? We'll feature some of the nicely written ones in our email newsletter, which you can subscribe to via the link in the description below. So check it out. Anyway, that's our video. Thanks for watching. For more videos, head on over to our channel and subscribe, or don't. For more about anime, I answered and I was like, oh, hi Miyazaki. Miyazaki's here, everyone. And then I looked at him for a long, uncomfortable time and shut the door in his face. No Ghiblis. I mean, let's be real here. It's no fun when your top 20 list is 19 Ghibli films. I mean, I love Miyazaki, he's fine, but he's gonna get his own list eventually. Are you ready to get this anime party started? Because holy crap, this video is gonna be long. We should get it moving. And by the way, if you'd rather read a post like a nerd, you can go over to tofugu.com. Link is in the description. This is the top 20 anime films not made by Studio Ghibli. Coming in at number 20, the worst of the best, Perfect Blue. Ah, Perfect Blue, the mind-bending psychological thriller with a thing or two to say about Japanese society. It focuses on pop idol Mima Kirigoe, who retires from the music biz to pursue an acting career. Some fans don't take this news well. Like at all. Oh, and then people around Mima start dying. So there's that too. Sorry, Mima, your life is bad. Satoshi Kon, who had a handful of other films on our top 20 list, gave the world a taste of his eclectic style that would cement him as one of the great anime directors. In Perfect Blue, you don't know what's real and what's not, so you kind of get a sense that Mima's paranoia is your own paranoia. The latter half of this film is pretty disturbing, so I wouldn't recommend watching this with your oba-chan. But if you're in the mood for a mystery thriller, look no further. By the end of the film, we were pinching ourselves just to make sure we were actually real. Coming in at number 19 on our list is Redline. A lot of times anime is defined by its lack of motion, but Redline takes those assumptions and throws them straight out the window. This is a fast-paced,